Item number 10 on your consent agenda is approval of students' request to form a gay straight alliance at Volunteer High School. I'll recognize, I don't know who pulled that.
I did. I was kind of confused because of all the policies that were given to us. One of them is headed Student Clubs and Organizations, policy 6.702, and then extracurricular activities 4.300. Now, I guess if you look at according to our agenda, it doesn't specify what that really is. It just says a gay straight alliance. It doesn't say club or organization or anything on it, on our consent agenda. So I guess my question is, and I know the references have been made to a club, so I guess what relevance does policy 4.300 have to the establishment of a club? And if that be the case, then we should not even hear this at all if it's a club, because the policy says that it's the principal's responsibility to approve clubs, not the board. Now, I know we have in the past, but then that's just another violation of policy. We've not paid attention to our policy, because that policy presently that was approved according to the latest and greatest is policy 6.702, and it says student organizations are an extension of the academic curriculum and are intended to complement the basic instruction program. The principal, in cooperation with the faculty and student body representatives, shall approve all clubs and organizations within the school. So it says one or more staff members will serve as a sponsor of each activity and will attend all meetings. Each sponsor will evaluate the activity and make recommendations concerning changes, continuance, or deletion from the school's activity program. An approved copy of the aims, objectives, constitution of each organization will be kept on file in the principal's office. A description of all clubs and organizations will be promptly displayed in the student handbook with a notice that parents may opt their children out of certain clubs or organizations through written, signed, and dated notices as required by TCA 49-6-1031. The director of schools shall approve all requirement imposed by clubs which have restricted membership. Sororities, fraternities, and all secret organizations are prohibited. And then there's a paragraph on hazing.
We all have a copy of what he is reading from in the handout 4.3 and also 6.702. And the language is not exactly the same. There is some differentiation between what an extracurricular activity and student clubs and organizations. And they are not identical. I don't know if the intent was to make them the same, but they are not the same. But I'll point you to extracurricular activities under 4.3. It says under number 1, the board shall initially approve each specific extracurricular activity so that proper support and supervision may be assured. So that is a directive, but I don't want to proceed if there's a conflict with the other policy under 6.72, and it seems to be a little bit muddy. I went to 6.72 when I first got this and looked at that, and my exact thought was really the board had no authority in appointing clubs. And then received 4.3, and then also asked for a copy of a procedure, which I think is provided to us too in some of this information. Yeah, right there. This is one of the things we do have a procedure on. It's extracurricular club proposal procedures. I haven't seen this in writing until tonight. I'm not hardly prepared to make a decision on any of this without studying. I will share with the board information, though, just to share information with you to make a decision about this issue. I spoke to Larry Giordano, our attorney, our retained attorney in most cases, and he has shared with me that this is a matter that has been tested throughout country and also in Tennessee, and it's one that he said if it went to litigation we would have a hard time to win if we denied it. Talked also with that. Mr. Phillips, just for the record, concurred with that opinion. Talked with legal counsel, senior legal counsel Randall Bennett this past week at Nashville at TSDA, and he concurs, and we asked if we could use his opinion, and he said yes, we could use his opinion that we could not win litigation. However, this is such a delicate situation. This matter is before us. We just got information tonight. We have some policy questions that Mr. Hicks has raised. I want to carefully go back and look at those too. And if it would be the pleasure of the board, I would accept the motion that we table this for tonight. Let's put it back on the calendar where we can come back after we've had a chance to digest this information, do the right thing, and put it back on for a vote. Would I have any support for that?
I'll make that motion.
Ms. Grady makes the motion to table this matter.
Because I haven't seen any of this until tonight. I mean, this.
Okay, and I shared the information, legal
Right,
information,
and
first time with you tonight too. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion to table? Although, call the roll, please. Do it like that.
Hicks,
Yes.
Crank,
Yes.
Christian,
Yes.
Charles,
Yes.
Helton,
Yes.
Shedden,
Yes.
Larson.
Yes. Let me suggest that we put this back on the calendar next month, please, under new business.
It's a gay straight alliance. They have them in a lot of schools now. The Gay Straight Alliance. They have them nationwide. And the goal is to just kind of have a place that's more specific than our SAD club, which they do kind of similar things, but it's more specific to people who are dealing with LGBTQ plus issues, because those are still present everywhere, and just have a place to talk about things calmly and civilized, not with, like a safe place for people to talk.
Okay. And what did you think about the outcome of tonight's meeting?
I was also here last month, and I turned in our forms and stuff about 3 weeks ago, but I don't know how long it took for the approval process, but kind of disappointed, but we'll reconnect next week. I think they can.
What's been the reaction at the school among your classmates?
I've had so many people texting me over the past few weeks asking when we're meeting, when they can join, what they can do. It's been really wonderful.
Okay. How many people have signed up or want to sign up?
So it's not really going to be a sign-up thing because normally they are anonymous, because some people, they don't want their name with that because they're still, they don't want their family to know.
Right.
And but I've had at least 20 people message me like me and my sister's friends and just other classmates I've talked to.
So what would you guys do basically at your meetings?
So I'm hoping to meet and kind of have a place for people to talk about things they're facing, such as like coming out and dealing with like different slang terms that are used a lot and different types of bullying, because it is very specific and it does happen a lot.
Yeah. Is it a bad situation at volunteer?
I am fortunate enough to not be around it as much as others with the classes I'm in, but it could be a lot better.
Yeah. So through this organization, what would you hope to achieve?
Just more understanding from people in general, because there's a lot of information that people don't get readily available to them. Just kind of understanding other people. That's the alliance part, because I'm personally not gay, but I'm an ally, and so is my family, and that's just how I was raised, just to kind of understand, just to learn about it and learn, okay, this is where they're coming from, this is how we respect people in general.